I've mentioned many times that both my wife and I are empaths. In general, a surefire way of identifying someone who isn't an empath is someone who tells you that they are. But both of us are INFJs on the Myers-Briggs type indicator, and neither of us really likes to mention this. But YouTube rewards personality, be it real or manufactured. We're very different people, not least I'm from the Welsh Marshes and she from South Central Java. But deep down where it counts, we are the same. We can both feel this very strongly, whilst others would think this preposterous. I've also described many times my experience as a victim of black magic, which has been all too apparent since I married my wife and moved to Indonesia. Certainly my Duke and brother is behind so many of our problems, and indeed those of my in-laws. But after some 13 years, I'm beginning to understand that what we feel cannot solely be attributed to the Duke and brother. Both of us seem to pick up on malevolence, or maybe simply the pain around us. Indeed, however malicious my Duke and brother may be, it reflects a deep pain he carries with him. Often these feelings have the appearance of a medical condition, such as a virus, like a cold, constipation, rheumatism, asthma. But we know these are just symptoms. As I write, this is Suro, the most mystical month in the Javanese calendar, and the month when we should feel such things. And my wife explains that I could feel this because she could feel this because she was Tulang Wangi. That is born on a particular date in the Weton Calendar. Imagine our surprise when I calculated my birth date, and I too am Tulang Wangi, a Minggu or Sunday Kliwon, which explains everything to my wife. In Javanese beliefs, Weton, or the day of birth, is not just a marker of the birth date, but is believed to reflect a person's character, inner strength and destiny. Weton is often used as a reference to determine a person's fate in life. For example, a soulmate, marriage, or good or bad days. With the combination of Sunday 5 and Kliwon 8, the Weton has a quiet, calm character, but is very strong in principle. They're known as thinkers, good at communicating and suited to the world of politics. Their mysterious nature adds to their appeal. But what really interests me is why the science of psychology and Kliwon astrology are seemingly coming to the same conclusion. It is this that I propose to explore in this vlog. Wangi, or fragrant bone in Kliwon, refers to a certain Weton birthday that is considered to have a spiritual appeal and easily attracts the attention of supernatural beings. For Javanese people, Suro is not just a marker of the beginning of the year, but a sacred moment full of supernatural resonances, taboos, and an invitation to draw closer to the divine power. In Javanese cultural understanding, this month is used by ancestral places to hold internal rituals, spiritual possessions, and sacred celebrations of the Almighty. Holding a celebration at the same time as a supernatural celebration, such as on Merapi or the South Coast, without spiritual understanding and permission, is considered to be able to disrupt the ongoing supernatural energy system. Therefore, the month of Suro is recommended for dhikr, meditation, solitude and self-purification, not for excessive fun. This attraction is at its highest on Satu Suro, the first day of the month of Suro, or Murayam in the Islamic calendar. For the Javanese calendar, the night of Satu Suro is known as a sacred time, which is believed to be the night when the boundary of the real world and the supernatural world opens. It's the night when I clean my kris to remove old spirits from it and encourage new benevolent spirits for the forthcoming year. Paradoxically, this is also near Aurora Keedlesdale, the legend associated with Java's southern coast and the date my wife and I married. Despite this, Suro is considered unsuitable for holding parties or worldly celebrations, such as weddings. It's believed to bring negative impacts to household life, such as frequent conflicts, bad luck, or even divorce. This is because this is the day when she confirms her attachment as a wife, or some would say courtesan, to the real day Sultan of Yogyakarta. Indeed, Tulang Wangi are advised not to leave the house or do activities outside on the night of Satu Suro. And whilst my wife is deeply respectful of such beliefs, she also knows that there's a lot of superstition surrounding these things, and we always go out and celebrate our anniversary. Tulang Wangi should not bite the lips on the night of Satu Suro, as it has a symbolic meaning in Javanese society, which symbolises sadness and hardship. It's said that moving house or renovating on the night of Satu Suro can cause a rift in relationships, slow fortune, or sudden illness. Therefore, all such activities are recommended to be done before or after the night of Satu Suro to avoid bad things. Tulang Wangi, speaking rudely, insulting others, or throwing excessive complaints on the night of Satu Suro can attract bad energy into their lives. The energy of words is believed to be able to invite bad things, especially on the night that are considered to have a mystical aura, like Satu Suro. Therefore, it's advisable to remain silent, increase prayer, and guard one's speech during that night. Some of you will realise this is much like the Epi to the Balinese, and may appreciate why I maintain that the Balinese and Javanese have very similar belief systems. Outwardly, Tulang Wangi look like ordinary people, although Tulang Wangi are known to have an attractive physical appearance, able to attract the attention of others. They're considered to have a luring aura, smooth skin, and a charming face. Many believe they often receive compliments or attention, both from people around them and from spirits. Not only sensitive to the presence of invisible creatures, people with Tulang Wangi are believed to have the advantages of sharp intuition, leadership, and ease in terms of sustenance and socialising. People with Tulang Wangi are believed to have strong positive characters such as good leadership, high creativity, and talents in various fields. They are good at taking initiative, wise, hard-working, and responsible. These advantages make them special because these positive characteristics affect their daily living well. Tulang Wangi are also creative people and have a talent in various fields such as art. Therefore, the Weton is considered special and has great potential in life. Although physically fit, they do often feel incredibly tired, especially in the spine. This is said to be the result of the astral body working hard to withstand the absorption of supernatural energy. I speculate this was responsible for my heart attack, which Parkano believed was due to being possessed by a Hindu king. They often have chills, itchings, emotional ups and downs. This disorder is not due to physical conditions alone, but rather the result of a clash of supernatural energy with the human body. Often Tulang Wangi feel as if an experience has happened before, possessing a sense of déjà vu. This is because they are thought to have explored the subconscious or other dimensions before experiencing real-world events. Without having to study specifically, the Tulang Wangi usually carry the spiritual lineage of their ancestors, who once practiced asceticism or had metaphysical abilities. This spiritual power can also be activated and developed by the owner, and usually makes the person respected and revered by his group. Those born with Tulang Wangi also often experience dreams related to the supernatural world, such as meeting ancestors, visiting sacred place, or finding certain symbols in their dreams. These dreams are closely related to the supernatural world and are often believed to be clues or messages. In addition, they're believed to have good luck in various aspects of life, such as smooth sustenance, ease in finding work, and protecting from various dangers. Tulang Wangi is also known as Balung Kuning, yellow bones. A person with Tulang Wangi are believed to have strong aura or spiritual energy and are sometimes considered to have the ability of a sixth sense. Tulang Wangi are believed to have an aura that is attractive to spirits, both positive and negative. Those born on this Weton are believed to be more sensitive to the presence of invisible beings and changes in the supernatural world. Although considered special, Tulang Wangi can also bring challenges, especially if the owner does not have strong mental abilities and spirituality. Tulang Wangi is a term in Javanese belief that refers to people born with a certain day and market combination that is considered to have a high spiritual appeal. The owner of this Weton is believed to radiate a distinctive aura, even to be able to attract the attention of creatures from the supernatural world. In Javanese culture, Weton is the date of birth whose calculation is based on the Javanese calendar. Whilst clearly astrological, the attributes are believed to be inherited from one's ancestors. The Javanese calendar system consists of 2 cycles, namely the Saptawara, which consists of 7 days, Monday to Sunday, and Panchawara, which consists of 5 days, commonly called Pasar, Kliwon, Legi, Pahing, Pon, Wagi, the days that Pasar or markets are held in Java. Weton is often the basis for determining fate, personality, soulmate, even good and bad days in doing something. These Weton dates, or Primbon, are considered to be Tulang Wangi. That are considered to be Tulang Wangi include Monday or Senin Kliwon, Monday Wagi, Monday Pahing, Tuesday or Salasa Legi, Wednesday or Rabu Pali, Wednesday Kliwon, Thursday or Kamis Wagi, Saturday or Sabtu Wagi, Saturday Lege, Sunday Pon, Sunday or Minggu Kliwon. Tulang Wangi is about sensitivity to external energy. The Sabdo Dadi and Idu Jenny groups are about inner strength, words that can come true. People with this Weton are believed to have a tongue of fire, namely a mouth whose words are quickly answered, whether this is a prayer or even an oath. The Weton included in the Sabdo Dadi and Ibu Jenny are Monday Pon, Friday Kliwon, Thursday Legi, Wednesday Kliwon, Wednesday Pon, Saturday Legi, Saturday Pon, Thursday Kliwon, Friday Pon, Thursday Pon, Tuesday Pon, and Sunday Pon. Sabdo Dadi is positive energy, good words that are granted easily. People with this Weton, if they pray for others to be successful or safe, it will most likely happen. They have words that come true. Whilst Idu Jenny is the negative side of the power of speech. If you are angry and curse or swear at someone, the impact can be real and severe. In fact, a mind full of emotions and pent-up emotions can create residual energy that triggers bad events in other people. Therefore, owners of this Weton are asked to be more careful in speaking, especially when emotions are running high. Their mouths are tongue of fires that can warm. They can also burn. What should be apparent is that the phenomenon of Javanese society in using Weton is not much different from the phenomenon that occurs in other cultures, such as Western society, which uses various calculations to determine a person's attitude and behaviour. Certainly it's not so different to zodiac signs and horoscopes, both of which cluster attributes to create broad categories. But it also seems to have very strong resonance with personality psychology, which is where my real interest lies. In particular, I'm struck by the similarities between empaths, or INFJs as measured on the Myers-Briggs type indicator, and Tulang Wangi. INFJs are the rarest personality type. Only 1 to 2% of the population fall into this category, whilst Tulang Wangi has a probability of 11 over 35, i.e. 31%. So they're not directly comparable. The MBTI is based on the theories of Carl Jung. Jung viewed birth as a significant symbolic event, not just a date on a calendar. He believed that the moment of birth could be seen as a doorway, carrying echoes of the individual's soul and potential. The symbolism of birth date, according to Jung, could offer clues about one's inherent strengths, challenges, and life's lessons. Jung did not believe in randomness, suggesting that even seemingly coincidental events, like a birthday, could be meaningful and carry symbolic weight. He encouraged individuals to explore the potential symbolic meaning embedded in their birth and life experience. Jung felt that the planetary aspects can give us clues about the individual's psychophysiological disposition. By mapping out the positions of the planets and their relations to one another aspects, together with the distribution of the signs of zodiac at the cardinal points, the birth chart, it gives a picture first of the psychic and then the physical constitution of the individual. Carl Jung in Collected Works. However, Jung was also concerned to maintain his reputation as an empirical scientist and sought somewhat to distance himself from astrology. Although was able to see the potential connection between astrological categories, such as zodiac signs, and his concept of archetypes. With theoretical physicist Wolfgang Pauli, Jung developed a theory of synchronicity, and of course the revelations from my wife about Tulang Wangi contain many synchronicities. But one synchronicity which strikes me is the description of Tulang Wangi also has strong resonance with descriptions I've heard from magicians within the Western tradition. In particular, my favourite magician, Josephine McCarthy, describes how she had to learn to deal with almost medical conditions in order to practice magic, even to lead something of a normal life. What I seem to have tapped into is a personality type which has been identified using a variety of theories from around the globe. It doesn't matter whether you believe this lies in personality theory, astrology or Kliwon. What matters is that it is identifiable. Furthermore, that this personality type taps into knowledge which many don't appear to have. Whether you see this as intuition, hemispheres of the brain, or the paranormal, again, is unimportant. What matters is that the phenomenon exists. But what causes me the greatest concern is how to explain the importance of Suro. Is it really because the paranormal are more active during this month and the veil between this world and theirs is thinner? I speculate it's because Suro is so well known in Indonesia and that many will be creating an energy which becomes self-fulfilling. Is this the energy that my wife and I are able to pick up on? Maybe you followed me until now, but there's a further twist in my own thinking, for which many of you will be a step too far. But I believe reality to follow consciousness and not the obverse. Thus I experience what I do during Suro because I'm somewhat aware of its significance. In other words, I'm creating these negative symptoms through my own consciousness. Whatever you believe about all this really doesn't matter. Simply that you trust me that I'm reporting to you my candid experience and beliefs. And furthermore, that my experience and it's full of synchronicities, which cannot readily be explained by material science.